Hi YouTube. This is not my usual video, but I'm gonna talk you guys through a journey on how to make my favorite dish, oyster stew. Go get some oysters. Canned, of course. Diffuski, if you can, right? Milk. Gotta have milk. Doesn't really matter any milk, but you know, whole milk if you're feeling really special, right? But milk. Get some milk. Make sure you have some decent seasonings. Italian style, of course. And make sure you have lots of cheese and white crackers. And that's your shopping menu. And now, me along with my lovely chat are gonna talk to you about how to make oyster stew. Watch us with the lights off. Okay, bye. Ooh, what's your opinions on oyster? I fucking love oyster. Oh my god. What's your oyster PB? Peanut butter? I think it's more of like a Southern American thing, maybe. But do you know what oyster stew is? Canned oysters, depending on how much you're making, right? You get a big old pot of butter, okay? I'm walking you through this. Look at me. I'm walking you. Look at me. Look at me. I'm walking you through this. Okay. Yes, canned. Yes, canned. Yes, canned. We have our pot, right? Our pot's been heating up. We put some butter on it. The butter's nice and melted into the pot, okay? Then you may be wondering, oh my god, what do you do next? I'd love to tell you. You then drain your oysters just a little bit, okay? Or it depends on how fishy you want it to be. Hey, sometimes I leave the juice in. The juice? Sometimes I leave the juice in, okay? You pour your oysters in with that scrumptious, warm, melted butter in your pot. You let that sit in there, maybe mix it around. The oysters like a little bit. And I do mean a little bit. You're gonna take that can, because you haven't thrown it away yet, because you like to recycle, right? You like to recycle. I know you do. You care about the earth. You care about the environment. You're a really good person. I understand. Since you haven't thrown away your canned can, you're gonna take that and you're gonna go get milk. You're gonna take the can that you have. You're gonna pour milk in it 2 times. You're gonna fill that can of milk twice. Dump it in. Dump it in the pot. Dump it in the pot. Then you're letting it mix all together. The oysters, the butter, the milk. Does it sound a little vile? I'm aware it does. I'm aware it does. It's not. Because then you're gonna start adding your seasonings. You don't need a lot. You know what you need a lot of? Pepper. We want a little bit of spice in that, okay? We want it to be a little bit peppery. We're gonna be adding like oregano, rosemary, maybe some Italian seasonings if you're fun. Okay? So much fucking pepper. Yeah. So much pepper. And then you're gonna let that like cook while stirring it for about 10 minutes so it gets nice and hot. Okay? Nice and hot. And then while you're doing this, you might be like, oh, am I just gonna have stew? I'm not gonna have anything with it. You are gonna have something with it. You're going to get some white crackers. That's not going to be the only side. You're going to your fridge, barefoot, padding over, right? What do you get? Some cheese. Yeah, any cheese, really. Some cheese. You're going to pull out your wooden cutting board, and you're going to slice your cheese. Yeah, however thick or whatever you want. Slice the whole block, depending on how much cheese you're really feeling, you know? Slice up your cheese. Put your leftover, if you have any, leftover cheese back in the fridge. And then by then, your oyster stew is done. You're gonna pour yourself a bowl, and you're gonna very cutely put your bowl on a saucer. You're gonna put your bowl on a saucer or a plate. And then on your plate or saucer, you're gonna put your sides. Oh my god, welcome in, Clemente. I'm talking about oyster stew. And then, right, you're gonna take your yummy crackers around the side, your cheese slices around the side, and then you're gonna go sit down. I love to sit down and eat. You're gonna go do that. And then what I like to do, because I'm crazy, I like to take my cheese and break it off bit by bit. Goes into my soup and it's melting. Yeah. It gets all fucking stringy and slurpy as fuck in there, all right? It gets all gushy in my stew. Then I break my crackers over top. Not too much. You don't want to, hey, you don't want to use them all at once. You want to keep that crunch. Now you're ready to fill your spoon. I'm talking, you're scooping up the crackers on top. All right. Repeat that until your bowl's empty. Oh no, you still have some leftover crackers and cheese? Part 2, we're going back to the kitchen. We're going back to the kitchen. We're filling up the bowl again. We're doing it again. And that's oyster stew. Barefoot in the kitchen, diabolical? Jamie, you don't ever be barefoot in your kitchen? I love having my dogs out on the kitchen floor. It's like grounding for me. Wine? You can fuck up some wine with it. I would like you to all now go to your grocery stores and make oyster stew because I've told you how to make it. And because I can't make it. And I'm gonna go. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah!